Day 3. This is what we got. Like I said, I'm having trouble recording the video live, so I just get on there and get the weight. And let's mark it down. Oh yeah. Coming down. 326.8. Well, all right. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you're seeing this video. Cajun Weight Loss, formerly known as the Cajun Carnivore, coming to you to detail day number 3. So as you saw, we started off the day down another 0.8 of a pound. The old me would have been discouraged and disgusted and probably frustrated and upset. But the current me is like, and like I said, I credit this to Cole Robinson and the snake diet. The current me is like, look, I'm taking in a significantly less amount of calories than I normally used to. That's number one. Between 5 and 7 a night. OMAD, drinking straight water, electrolytes. I'm just doing it how it's been said to be done. I truly believe that, we got a lot of water weight to lose in the beginning along with fat. But I think because it's been cold and I haven't been sweating, I have done no heat work, I haven't really done nothing except adhere to the diet and go home, go to work, fast, go home, eat, chill out, watch a little TV, go to bed. That's all I've been doing. Drinking water. That's it. So I'm doing everything nutrition-wise and diet-wise that's been required of this snake diet. I'm in South Louisiana. So anybody that's in South Louisiana or even in the South knows how humid it gets in the summertime months. With that being said, I know in due time, usually about April, mid-April, going into May, that's when that humidity really starts to kick in. So I already know when that humidity kicks in, my heat work will be automatic just by my everyday activities. I have a pretty active job, what I do, and I'm out and about, pushing around a lot of weight all day. So I know later on in the process, I'm probably going to get a big jump or a big boost in the actual weight loss. But for the time being right now, I'm not going to get myself bent out of shape over not losing the big numbers in the beginning because it's water weight. It's water weight. My body is retaining water because I'm not releasing the water. The key here and the calming factor for me is I'm not taking in no abundance of calories. I'm taking in as close to the floor as Cole would say, the amount of calories, a low amount of calories, which means I'm definitely burning more calories than I'm taking in on a daily basis. This is day number 3. So I lost 0.8 pounds yesterday. And I lost 0.8 pounds, or should I say 0.8 pounds after Sunday, which was my day 1, and 0.8 pounds after yesterday, which was my day 2. So, I started off at 328.4, and now I'm down to 326.8. So I'm right under 2 pounds in 2 days. Now, they say regular healthy weight loss is about 0.8, 0.9 to a pound a day. And I think, it's like 0.8 to 0.9 pounds per day and no more than 3 pounds a week max. That's regular weight loss. So that tells me that the structure of what I'm doing nutrition-wise is there because I'm losing it by normal standards on autopilot. But it's going to take that heat work and me getting more active to really, I think, ramp it up and start getting them 2 and 3 pound days. Once again, I think everybody, just the psychological aspect, I think everybody wants to get on the scale and see that massive drop. That's what everybody wants to see. But everybody's not going to see that. And then you're going to get it. And then from time to time, you're going to hit that plateau. The key is, this is all mental. It's the mindset. You know, you have to be able to understand that you're going to hit, you know, the ebbs and flows when it comes to this transformation game and this weight loss game. And for many people, I think when they, you know, hit a stall, or they might hit that plateau, or they just kind of get in a bad way, get in a funk because they're not losing how they want to lose, that's where, you know, your mentality and your approach with this thing has to come into play. And you have to understand, like, look, this ain't no sprint. This is definitely not a sprint. This is a marathon, and it's a very long marathon. And I look at it like this. I know that the 0.8 pounds daily is not going to last. I know it's not going to last. But let's just say that it would, you know. 10 days is 8 pounds. 20 days is 16. 30 days is 24 pounds. Even if I drop that amount daily over the course of 2 months, 60 days, that's 48 pounds in 2 months. And listen, that's tremendous. Now me, I started off at 328.4. I'm not in the situation that, you know, our friend Matthew Westwood was in, you know, being over 600 and currently still being over 5, even though he's about to go under 5 and hit the 4s in the next day or two. Shouts out to my guy Local Al, man. Like I say, bro, I love your channel. I love what you're doing. Salute to you, man. 20 pounds in a week. But he started off at 462. So in my case, being 328, I'm starting off slow. But at the same time, even though I'm starting off slow, if I were to maintain the 0.8 pounds lost daily for the course of the 2 months, remember I said I'm going on a cruise April the 12th. So that gives me all of February, all of March, and a week in April. That is at least 65 days. So if I lose 0.8 pounds in 65 days, 0.8 pounds a day for 65 days, that is over 50 pounds in about 2.5 months, which is a great result. 50 pounds for me from my starting weight would put me at 278.4. And at that point, you know, my initial mini goal, or should I say my initial first milestone that I detailed in my video a couple of days back, I said my first milestone goal was to get to 250. So if I get to 278.4 prior to going on the cruise, and then whatever happens on the cruise, like I said, we ain't going to go too crazy. But if I come back a little bit heavier, I get back on plan, and I get back to doing what I'm doing, by sometime in May, I should hit my goal of 250, my first mini goal, milestone goal, I meant to say, of 250. And at that point, now, the second half of the year, which is the hottest part of the year here in Louisiana, I can take advantage of that humidity and get all that heat work in and really take it down a notch and get down to my ideal weight. My final goal weight that I want to get to is going to be 215 pounds. That's where I want to go. So it's doable. It's doable, but it's situations like this that I have to stay grounded and mindful that it's definitely a progress. It's a work that I have to do. And for anybody that's watching this video, thank you so much for watching the channel. Thank you for the comments and the kind words that you guys have been giving me since I kind of rebranded everything. But if you're watching this channel and you may be in a similar situation where you're like, man, the weight's not just falling off like I want, take the definite just mindset that by you sticking to your goal, by you sticking to the plan, you're going to win in the end. Instant gratification, we all want it. That's just how we wired. It's kind of like that. What's that commercial? JG Wentworth, it's my money and I want it now. Well, I want to drop 100 pounds in 2 months. But guess what? I'm not dropping 100 pounds in 2 months. I've got to be able to set myself up to stay the course and follow the protocol so that, you know what, I may not drop 100 pounds in 2 months, which is not doable for most people. That's an unrealistic goal. But in February of 2026, I do have a realistic shot of, by November, in 9 months, dropping 100 pounds. So that's how we got to really look at things. That's how we got to really visit things. You know, do I want 2 and 3 pounds a day out the gate? Absolutely. Who wouldn't? But the old me is taking comfort in knowing that the plan, the protocol, the strategy, the structure, the blueprint, follow the blueprint, and the building will be built. The foundation is being set. And this whole transformation thing that we're all going through, that we're doing, it's more about education and knowing things. There's so many things I learned from watching, Cole Robinson on Matt's channel. It's so much stuff that I learned when I started looking into things he was saying. And, you get away from what you've been told. It's kind of like school. Remember in school how they always told us stuff that just didn't make any sense? They gave us a bunch of stuff that was irrelevant to life. In school, what did they do? The universal things that apply to life from school is reading and math. That's it. Reading and math. You got to know how to read. You got to know how to calculate numbers. Because that's what you take into life. For the rest of your life, you have to know how to do that, because you can't function properly in life if you don't know how to read and if you don't know how to look at numbers. All that other stuff they taught us is bull junk. History. There's a lot of stuff in history that doesn't apply to us. It's good to know, but at the same time, what does Christopher Columbus sailing the ocean blue in 1492 do for me when it comes to my health and my fitness? What does it do for me when it comes to economics and finance? Nothing. A lot of what we learned in science, I will say a lot of science is applicable, but there's a lot of stuff we learned in science that it just doesn't work. It just doesn't matter to us. So I'm just saying, stay the course. Don't get discouraged. Don't get down. Don't get defeated. And let's do this. Like I said, am I 100% enthused? No, I'd be lying if I told you I was. But I'm not depressed, and I'm not disgusted, and I'm not frustrated. I'm just kind of like mad right now, like, could be more, but you know what? We're going to take what we got. And I know better days are coming. So, yeah, man, that's it. That's what I just wanted to do. I just wanted to talk to everybody today, man. Like I said, I appreciate the new subs that I'm getting. I appreciate all the kind words, everybody that's rocking with me. Thank you. And like I said, Cole Robinson, Snake Diet, Matthew Westwood, Local L. Check them guys out. They're doing it. They're doing it. I'm gonna pin all of their channels and everything on every video I do, because these guys are my inspiration. So it's Tuesday. Oh yeah. Dinner plans for the night. We're sticking with the potatoes for a week. We're doing potatoes all week. I started it on Sunday. I'm gonna go 7 days. And like I say, part of me thinks that those potatoes, there's starches and stuff, the glycogen holds water. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm thinking it is. But I'm staying at about 500, and like I said, nothing else. So that's what we're doing. You guys have a great day, man. Day 3, Cajun weight loss, formerly known as Cajun carnivore. Much love and many blessings.